Hey, it's Mel. Hope you had a great weekend. For today's post, I just wanted to share something that came up during last Saturday's social media mastermind over here in Orange County. And by the way, if you haven't been to one of those and you live in Southern California, you should try attending one of those. In any case, one of the questions that came up that we talked about a lot of things, anywhere from rock melt to QR codes on sheep, and then also to the whole realm of email in social media. Now, if you ask me, if you take the definition of social media, then you also have to count email as part of social media as well. One of the things that we were talking about is, all of these things that we do on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, these are social networks. And there's a place for business in there, and there's a place for marketing in there, but my point was the point of sale. If you're in business and you have widgets or you have services and so forth that you sell, the point of sale is still very effective with email. And so that's one of the first things that I would probably say is that when you're in social media and you're doing your blogging activities and so on, one of the things that you probably want to pay attention to is capturing, is providing enough value so that people also want to participate with you and give you their information so you can capture and build your own email list. There's kind of these two rooms or two camps, if you will. And in one camp, you have everybody that's playing around in social networks. And one of the reasons it gets confusing sometimes, I think, is because many people that play in social networks are all about relationship building, building trust, engaging in conversation, listening and monitoring activities. You've heard me say a lot of these things before in previous blogs and in other places. So all that's true. I wouldn't actually try selling in the social networks. You wouldn't, necessarily put your wares out there and say, hey, buy my listing or buy my widget, buy my books or whatever. But what I would say is there has to be a way to funnel them into a hub that is like maybe your blog, and that becomes an opportunity for an entry point to your marketing funnel. So there's this one room that is social networks, and then over here there's this other room that is like an opt-in area. Within this first room, no pitching. It's a no pitching zone. Within this other room, pitching is okay, but people have to opt in to that other room. So there's this door in the middle, right? And this door is basically, think of that as your opt-in door. And the way you get people to opt in is you provide value in exchange perhaps for, you provide some real value in exchange for them providing you their email, contact information, so they get that free information that you're providing, okay? And it shouldn't just be free, low quality information, but it should actually be of real value. And so when they opt in, then they're opting into this other area where you can communicate to them with all of the discipline and the demeanor still of building trust, continuing to add value in different phases. But there's definitely a discipline and a best practice within this opt-in area. And that's my whole point, is I'd like to try to get some of the discussions that we have in our social media mastermind to recognize the fact that there is this whole other area that is based on email. There's actually this whole discipline now of, refreshingly, some people that are doing this stuff very well in this opt-in area of email, that is itself social media, in doing it actually with the discipline of saying that the old way of building a big list or buying a big list and then spamming them hoping for a 1% return rate is not the way to go anymore. That actually there is, refreshingly, a group of folks that are saying that the way to do it is to continue to use the discipline of reciprocity, trust building, influence, social proof, and so forth that you do in the conversation and listening activities in the social sphere that you're used to in this first room, and then applying that in your email marketing campaigns as well to continue to build trust at each stage along the way. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. I'm not professing to be the expert in all of those things. It's certainly an area that I want to have more discussions about, and I would like to encourage a lot of the folks that I'm connected with to see if we can carry that discussion so I can learn from you as well. All right, that's about it for right now. Hope you're having a great Monday so far, and I hope you had a great weekend. Take care.